It's still a big step, right, to take that.
But before that, Swamiji asked our mother
Oh,
when he wanted us to continue the activity. Then he said, "Your mother has to say."
ah,
Then mother came to Swamiji and Swamiji said, "If you are interested, he will be in this path." Swamiji said, "Whatever your holiness feels good, and that is the decision." She was very generous in accepting.
I can understand that. It's fantastic. And obviously, you have really taken it on and propelled this movement. You say that you came into it almost accidentally from the story. It seems like that, or divine coincidence, whatever that term might be. But yet, it obviously transformed in you to have a mission.
Yes.
And what was
whatever the project Swamiji had,
Yeah.
we thought it's the duty to just take them forward, and
So
then
very much
continue.
it's following just to take his
That's it.
mission.
That's it.
That's how you feel.
Yes.
And how would you articulate that mission?
Actually, there were some projects already Swamiji was conceived and then conducting. But of course, then we added few things to them, like Swamiji wanted to start a Vedic university where research projects on Vedas and also some publications from Vedic literature and so on. So to conduct those activities, we need some kind of governmental permission, like tax exemption and other things. Then we got new organizations. So what we have today is the JET USA.
Yeah.
So this is there in India, it is JET.
Your travel obviously came into creating that kind of name, Jet.
So we started that the Jeeyar Education Trust, an organization through which a school was started for Vedas, and very good students came out of the school. All these are from the school only. So the scholars here.
What an honor. When we have, Vedas being learnt from people from the Vaishnavic Sampradayam, as opposed to, I shouldn't say opposed to, in difference from maybe the Shankara Mutt teaching the Vedas, is there any difference at all, or they are exactly the same?
Exactly the same.
They do
So
they
far
bring
as the
any
Veda,
Uh-huh.
Upanishad,
Yeah.
and Brahma Sutras are concerned, they are the same, no change at all. But the commentaries, they give different interpretations.
What does the word Jeeyar mean? Where does it come from?
It's from Sanskrit only. Jaya became the Jeeyar.
Jaya.
One, Jai means one who is able to win over. Is called Jeeyar.
Jeeyar.
And then when it's a respective term, choose a Jeeyar.
Nice. Okay. Like because of Tamil.
Influence of Tamil.
Tamil. Okay. I see. Nammalvar and all of that. Okay. So I see. That's where Jeeyar.
Like Ayyar.
Yeah.
Ayya is the father.
Yes. Yes.
As Ayya is the father.
Yeah.
So then, in respective term when added, then becomes Ayyar.
What does Iyengar mean actually?
It is another respect.
Actually, this brings me to that next question that
More respect.
yeah, I know. I've heard Iyengar. I've heard that. So, no, but this is I've always been very, very great admirer of Ramanuja Acharya's work, and but when I look at it, I mean, his whole fundamental theory. I mean, I think what Lord Krishna appeals to us in a way that it's all about love, it's all about equality. And yet, at least in Tamil Nadu, I will say this, I don't know about other places, Iyengars are extremely casteist. Where did this absolute equality and the people who follow Ramanujacharya, and did it reverse? Is it a reversal? Is it not? And I'll be curious, where did that happen? Because Ramanujacharya, when he went and said Narayana, Narayana. I mean, he wanted everybody to hear, even if he went to hell. That's what he said, right?
That's right.
So I'm so curious about that, you know.
Actually, the Vaishnavism is not what called a Tamilism or
But this is true even in
Casteism.
other places, right? Not
Yes.
just in Tamil Nadu. Many places the Brahmins are.
no. We did not say
Quite-
Tamil Nadu also,
yeah.
because
It's very casteist. You know, that's what I'm saying.
Ramanuja Chinna made it in a way so that all will be together and work.
Yeah.
And he made the temple as a place for that. Because when you talk about the home, there will be many restrictions. See, he did not actually want to eliminate the casteism.
He did not.
No, but why? Because casteism is not created by us.
Right. So it's always there. So
It is there. All that we need to eliminate the differences between
yeah,
the
yeah. Oh,
castes.
yeah, yeah. Okay.
See,
Good point.
when-
Very beautifully
When you have
articulated.
5 fingers,
That's fine.
you can't just make them equal.
Correct.
Then your hand doesn't work.
Beautiful, sir. Beautiful.
So
They are different.
they are different. They have certain things to do,
Right.
but all that they need to live in unison.
And equally respected.
They should be respected also.
That's the thing that got lost somewhere, right? Okay. Yeah.
And then respect should be given to their faith, not to their physique. That's more important. So if one is a really faithful person and following, all the devotion and correctly, maybe he is a downtrodden or outcasted, what people call, should also be worshipped. And even one is the so-called, born Brahmin, studied all the Vedas, but not devoted, then he becomes untouchable.
And so that's the question too I had. You brought up beautiful segue. You mentioned devotion. So you do meet people who are very who appear intellectual. They've read the Vedas, as you said, and yet if the devotion is not, so what role does jnana and bhakti play, and how do they intertwine in your mindset?
No, actually, jnana means what? It's the knowledge, right?
Yeah.
So knowledge, purpose of the knowledge is to get ripened, and the more it ripens, the more it puts into the work. Right? So if the knowledge is not translated to action, that means it goes waste. It is just like a book or a tape recorder. So with no purpose. So the action is very, very important, and what we call the action is the karma. Right? And then when it turns to, when it is so much ripened and it becomes lucid, then that is what we call bhakti. So only all these are forms of jnanam only. So jnanam is in the raw stage. So when it is ripened, that is called bhakti. Turn to action is called karma.